Seriously, something is happening right now and we need to be paying attention. Most of us are not paying attention because we're so distracted with everything else that's going on in the world. But I'm telling you right now, something is taking place that is going to be a detriment to all of our world if we're not paying attention, if we're not seeing this. We're being played, folks. We're being played. Okay? So here's the thing that we need to take a look at. The narrative right now is the guns are horrible. Guns want to kill us all. I mean, if you've got an AR, that thing walks out at night. It gets out of the closet. It gets out of the safe. It gets out of wherever it's at, and it wanders the neighborhood looking for someone to shoot. That's the narrative of of the mainstream media, is that these ARs are just, I mean, they're killing folks left and right. Just millions are dying. Everyone, all of us, we're all going. That's the narrative, right? Well, today, for the first time ever, London has surpassed New York City for murders. That's right. You heard me correctly. London, a gun-free zone. They've banned guns in the UK. They had a gun buyback. That's fun to say a bunch of times. They had a gun buyback. Everybody's got, turn your guns in. Turn them in. They're going to kill us all. Turn them in. Hurry, hurry. So they turn them in. And guess what? It's amazing. People are still killing one another. People are still killing one another with the guns. Wait a second. I thought London was a gun-free zone. It is. Okay, well, when we have a gun-free zone, if we took away all the guns, we would have a utopia of love and harmony. If we got rid of the guns, right? No, that's not the case. That's not the case at all. You see, the issue is not guns. The issue is the human heart. The human heart is depraved and it's wicked. And that we're seeing the level of restraint that we're seeing, that is God's grace. That is God's grace that we're seeing. That man's hands on each other are restrained as much as they are. That is God's grace, because there's going to come a point when God lifts his hands off of this place completely, just says, okay, go at it. There will be no restraint. There will be no restraint. Men's hearts are desperately wicked. They're wicked. And if you can't understand that, you're missing the major point. If you think that the issue is guns, you're missing the entire point of this whole thing. The whole thing is this, that men's hearts are wicked. They're going to find, evil men will find evil ways to destroy people. They don't care how it's done. They're going to do it. If you ban guns, listen, if you ban guns, they will use something else. They'll use a knife. They'll use rocks. They'll use sticks. They'll use clubs. They'll use baseball bats. They'll use a plumber's wrench if they need to. People will use whatever they need to use in order to destroy humanity, because humans don't want each other around. Humans want to kill humans. That's the sinful nature of humanity. It's in us. We were born depraved. We were born minus God. And when you're born minus God and you're depraved and you have these mentalities, issues, the only thing that transforms a life is a transformed heart. If you're not changing the heart, you're just simply applying outward behavior modification. And that outward behavior modification will, at some point, stop. Unless your heart's transformed and changed. If you have a transformed heart, you will have a changed life. Legislating morality isn't working. Chicago is one of the biggest gun restrictive cities and areas in the nation, and they have the highest murder rate in the nation. I thought gun laws and banning of guns and keeping guns out of the hands of men and women would save lives. Oh, wait, criminals don't use normal methods to find guns. They go and get those guns from illegal sources, or they steal them, or they do something nefarious in order to get those guns. But yet we, as a society, as a government, as people in this nation, think that if we ban all guns, humanity will be saved. No, that is not the case. And to think so, and to think that way is lending credence to the problem. You're helping murder more people by that mentality. Yeah, I said that. You're helping, you're aiding and abetting the murder of other people if you think that getting rid of guns out of law-abiding citizens' hands will fix the problem. It will not fix the problem. It will intensify the problem. Case in point, London. Merry old London. Merry old London is now the murder capital. They've beaten out America. The old Yanks. New York is now second to London. A gun-free city. A gun-free zone. They've gotten rid of the guns, and people are still murdering each other. And they're murdering each other more than the people in New York City. Interesting. Here's the thing. You will not have a transformed life without a changed heart. It will not happen. Behavior modification only works for so long, and then they will continue, men and women will continue in their sinful nature. And if you're noticing this, if you're watching this, if you're seeing this happen, and you're complicitly just walking with it, then you're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. I can't stand by anymore and just quietly listen to this trash. It's not the gun's fault that people get killed. It's humanity. Humanity kills humanity. A man, a woman, a boy, a girl, they are the ones that pull the trigger on the guns. You say, well, if we got rid of the guns, we wouldn't have these problems. Not true. In London, they use knives. How long before we ban knives? I mean, the logic is not that. It's not logical. You ban an instrument, they're going to use a different instrument. It's not the instrument's fault. Millions of people die every year from car accidents. I don't see anyone calling for cars to be banned. If we want to really talk issues, millions of people die every year from drunk drivers. I don't see anybody saying, we need to ban alcohol. No one's calling for that. No one's calling saying, hey, let's ban alcohol. You say, well, there's restrictions. There's penalties for people that drive drunk. Well, yeah, there's penalties for people that shoot people too. Yeah, there's penalties, but that's not stopping people from driving drunk. Wicked men will do what wicked men do. They will continue in this vein. The issue is not the instrument. The instrument is not the problem. The problem is the human heart. Humanity is the problem. And until you get that, you're part of the problem. And if you're not seeing that, you're blind. And I'm telling you, maybe you're not blind, maybe you're asleep, and you need to wake up. Wake up before it's too late. The narrative that's being played out by the leftist media is this. The narrative that's being played out by the leftist media is that we need to get rid of all these guns. You take away guns from law-abiding citizens, there will be a dictator government that rises up. History is just filled with this kind of stuff. History is filled with this kind of stuff where law-abiding citizens had their guns taken from them, and you had people like Mussolini and Hitler and Mao and all these other horrible, hellish, satanic dictators that pop up. And guess what? The people suffer for it. The people suffer for it. We need to quit this. It's time that we stand up. Wake up and realize that the issue is the human heart, not instruments. This podcast is brought to you by Solid Roofing and Construction. If your roof is in need of repair, contact Ryan at 918-809-2234. Wouldn't it be nice knowing your contractor is also a licensed insurance adjuster? Put the adjuster on your side today. Contact Solid Roofing and Construction at 918-809-2234.